Yeah, so basically the phone itself, it works. There isn't a problem with it. The only issue is the screen. So, yeah, I can't see shit on it. So I was just like, well, at work, we've had a Z5 Premium on O2 sitting there for ages. And since having my Z3, I fell in love with those phones. You know, I love... That gun just despawned and I wanted to pick it up. Does it look like one I hadn't got yet? Or it could have been an AK-12. One of the two. But yeah. I fell in love with it. It's a fucking amazing phone. It really is. That was a hit, if ever I saw one. It's an amazing phone. I love it. I've never had any issues with it. It's always served me well. But I wanted to upgrade. And I wanted a Z5 Premium, you know. It's got a lot of things on it. I mean, it's primarily identical to the Z5 in all honesty, but it has a 4K screen and a bigger battery. They're the two main things that I want. Bigger battery, 4K screen. I know it's not 4K all the time, it's 4K sometimes, but I like the 4K sometimes on it. You know, it's nice to have. It's a bragging right almost, you know. I like to be able to say, yeah, my phone's got a 4K screen. Go suck it. Basically. It's just... Wait. There's an exploding barrel. Go bang.
Okay, give us your targets.
But yeah, it meant I had to switch networks as well. I'm going off on tangents, left, right, and centre. It meant I had to switch networks. For those that don't know, I was on 3. I loved being on 3. But I know some people don't have the best experience with 3, and they are vocal about that one. That is a grenade. They are vocal about that one. 3 isn't perfect, I will give it that, but I've never had any issues with them, and I've always been more than happy being with them, you know. I had myself a good contract, but recently, they decided, because my tariff, it got discontinued, they decided to put up the price of my contract from $12.90 to 20 quid, but they gave me £3 off because I've been with them for years. But they didn't offer the Z5 Premium. They only had the standard Z5, and 9 times out, or the majority of my life, I've been against getting phones on contract. I'd rather own the phone rather than essentially be renting it. Which how I view contracts. I view them as you're renting the device. You don't actually own it for yourself, which, in a manner of speaking, is true. So basically I said, well, if I'm going to get a phone on contract, I'm going to get the one I want. So 3 didn't offer me the Z5 Premium. I wanted the Z5 Premium. They only had standard Z5. So I went to O2 because basically £75 up front, and then £31 a month for unlimited calls, texts, and 3 gigs of data. While the data isn't anywhere near as much as I used to get 3, I used to have unlimited on 3. I loved that fact. That is one thing I did absolutely love about 3, unlimited data. That was amazing. I worked it out to basically be a point of, if I was to get the Z5 Premium from work, because I would get an unlocked A-grade, you know, basically brand new phone. The phone itself would be £480 at the current price. And my contract was £17 a month, so over the course of 2 years, I worked out to costing me £816. That's with staff discount on the phone. You know, I dropped the phone down to 408, so it'll go down to 816. But if I was to get the phone brand new on contract with O2, over that period of 2 years, provided the contract price doesn't change, which they do have the right to do based on yearly inflation, but it's not. Why is that not a headshot? It's not usually by much, only like 1 or 2%. It cost me £819, so it was only £3 difference in it. So my argument was, well, if I'm going to get the phone and it's only going to cost me £3 more over that period of time, I might as well just get it on contract and get a brand spanking new phone. which is what I did. So I now have a Z5 Premium. I've probably spent way too long on that story than is necessary, but that's what I'm good at. Why? Why am I so shit at shooting this one guy? Just die. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna move up. Ow. There. Helicopter, do your thing. Give me some cover. There we go. Just blow them all up. There we go. I don't want my laptop going off because I don't want it to balls up my recording. I'm still being shot. It's going to be this dick wiggler. There we go. Get rid of him. Completely lost where I was at. I've just been talking about random shit that's happened recently. And the biggest thing I haven't really said anything about was, well, no, I mentioned briefly that I got a job. That job. I have been supervisor essentially 3 times there. And the last time I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be supervisor anymore. I'm not. There was no perks to it for me, basically. You'd think being supervisor you would get paid more. I didn't. The only good thing that it had for me was guaranteed hours, because working in CEX, for those that don't know, just as a sales assistant, is a 0-hour contract. For those that don't know what that means, it basically means you're contracted to do 0 hours, and the manager / supervisors will give you hours based on how much money the shop makes. So the more money the shop makes, the more hours everyone gets. The less money it makes, the less hours everyone gets. Which, yes, it makes sense, but it's also a bit of a fucking pain in the ass because some people have bills to pay. So if you're not given any hours, you get screwed royally. Which is something that happened to me this month, actually. My boss, like, I've been ill for quite a while, actually. For those that know, I have depression. And while I've been at work, my depression hasn't been doing me any favours. It has worsened to an extent. But I refuse to go back to the doctors because I'm me, quite frankly. It's just what I'm like. But it has worsened to some extent. Which, once again, lost my train of thought. I did get really quite ill. I was, like, sick and all of that fun stuff. There is a guy right in front of me. Yeah, I got to a pretty shitty point. Let's put it that way. To a point that I don't want to be at again. I was just done with absolutely everything, quite frankly. I'm better now. Let me just point out, I am better now. You know, I am happier now. But where I work, I travel about 20 miles a day. What? No, sorry. 20 miles each way to and from work when I am working. Because... And that takes me sort of 2.5 hours because I have to get a bus. I haven't got a car or anything. Cars are expensive, especially when you're 22. So, yeah, a car for me, I can't warrant the price of it at the moment. It's just an expense I can't afford to pay for. I have other things that I need to pay, more important things, quite frankly. I can live without a car for a bit. I've lived without a car for all these years. I can carry on without them, you know. Why? Fuck it. Eat a fucking grenade. Or not. Don't eat a grenade. I don't care. Yeah, these guys can have one instead. And that is why my name on the PS3 is Pyrojay. Shit. Censor that one out. I don't want people adding me and telling me how shit I am at Battlefield. Because I am already fully aware of how shit I am at Battlefield. I don't need people telling me. Anyway, yeah. I got ill. So my boss was like, he gave me this month, or at the start of this month, I had 3 weeks off, unpaid weeks off. Let me point out, there weren't holiday pay, which once again goes back to the 0-hour contract thing. It can screw you royally if you have bills to pay. I pay the majority of the rent in my house, just because I earn more than my mum does. Oh, that was just plain shit on my part. Let's go with that.